Alright, we're back.
Okay, now that it's boiling, you're going to take the diced potatoes and the peas. See, this is why you want to add a little bit more liquid, because you're putting more things in there than the box has given you.
So this isn't part of the
Nope.
directions in the box here, because this is Danielle's own little roadside recipe here. Okay, that's got a ring to it. Roadside recipes. So, we're here in
Stir it real good.
so we got an early rise tomorrow. We're looking at probably, I have to get up at 3:30 in the morning, take off by 4, so we can try to beat some of the heavy traffic in LA, because we are going to the heart of LA, which I like to call the devil's playground. I'm not a big fan of California.
Me either.
When it comes to trucking, but it's a busy part of the country, and a lot of stuff comes in and out of there, so we have to go in and deal with it.
So I just added the potatoes and the peas and a little bit more seasoning, and I turned it down because I had it on high so it would boil. Just adding the seasoning, gonna mix it. Now I'm gonna cover it and let it cook for about 10 to 15 minutes, making sure everything's all nice and tender.
So look how much stuff here we got. I mean, how much do you think this meal cost us?
Let's see. These are about like 60 cents.
Just give them a rough estimate. Let's talk about, what do you think the whole meal right here in this pan?
Okay, it's about,
because there's enough for 2 people to eat, plus put some leftovers in Tupperware and eat lunch tomorrow. That's how much stuff is in this frying skillet.
I would say at max probably like $5.
So $5 gets us 2 meals. Dinner and lunch. Dinner tonight, lunch tomorrow. And let's emphasize, on these electric skillets, you can control the heat, which is important, because if you burn stuff, you get smoke. Smoke in the truck's bad. We cracked the windows just so that we can get fresh air moving with cooking in here. But
and if you can get a smaller one, these are good for like quick soups.
Yep.
Throwing things together in the morning. Like I've made like omelet type things in here. So if you can get both sides, that really comes in handy a lot. Honestly, I use these way more than the microwave.
Yeah,
so.
and we have a microwave in here, but we tend to use these a lot more. So we're actually considering just saving the space and not taking a microwave with us.
Yep.
Because, soup, okay, chunky soup, you put it in a bowl, you usually heat it in the microwave. That little frying or skillet, you can put it in that, does the same thing. Might take just a little bit longer, but that little skillet takes up half the space of a microwave. So, unfortunately, our company does not provide a truck with built-in microwave and all that stuff. So, you got to get your own.
Yep.
And then you got to figure out where to store it. So later on we'll show a picture of how we store stuff, all that. That's all coming in videos. So how we store stuff, our organizational skills.
I can't emphasize that enough, is to be organized in here. You are working with a limited amount of space, and you still have to live out of here.
And
so there's things that I have come across that has made it so much easier in here. So we'll show that in another video.
And we're flatbedders, so we haul oversized loads, we haul flatbed step deck loads, we haul dry vans, sometimes we haul reefer, we haul not marijuana reefer, we haul refrigerated. And
we haul it all.
We haul it all. So we're kind of the go-to people with the company, because we can do anything, anywhere, anytime, anyhow. with almost any time frame. So imagine not being organized. Every day you got to open up your boxes out there and grab gear, and imagine having stuff just falling out, tangled up. You're going to quit the job because you're going to get irritated with dealing with that every day. So you got to talk to people, learn how they organize stuff, watch other people on how they keep their gear. And we're going to do a video on how we do our gear, and hopefully it'll help some of you guys out there with some ideas. Share your ideas, and
Yeah. They are welcome.
Yep.
And if you have any questions, obviously leave them down below.
Yep. And,
But I just wanted to do this because I'm new in the trucking game. He's more experienced than I am. But I was looking online and YouTube and everything about how to survive out here and how to make it work. And there was nothing. So I had to come up with this stuff on my own. So I thought, I'm not the only female out there, and we're not the only couples out there. So I thought, well, why not share my knowledge and obviously partake in learning things too. So if you like this video,
subscribe.
Yeah. There's a lot
And
more
give
coming.
us a thumbs up. Okay, it's still in there simmering. We finally came up with a name for this meal that Danielle created. We're gonna call it Hammer Down Soup because it's got ham in it. So you know, I just came up with that. We had a breakthrough, so I figured we'd share it. Yes, Hammer Down Soup. So, if you're a ham lover, this is the way to go.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, so... Okay, so while we're still waiting on this to cook, I'll give a little background on yourself, Danielle. Where'd you come from? How'd you get into trucking? What'd you used to do? You want me to go first, or you gonna go?
You can go.
Alright. So, a little bit about myself. Graduated high school. Amazing, huh? Joined the Navy. I did 6.5 years in the Navy, and I was a machinist, so I got a trade out of being in the Navy. First 3 years were on a ship, USS Stephen W. Groves, FFG 29. It was an old ship, and spent a lot of time trying to keep it floating, so learned a lot of other skills than just machining. And let's see, after the Navy, so I did well, I was on a ship, and then the other 3 years were ashore duty, so I was basically in depth in machining because I had a full machine shop to work with. But after the Navy, I went to work for the railroad, and I did 4 years on the railroad, and ended up taking a job with underground mining. So I did 2 years at a gold mine underground, and let's see, then I found myself going to school, getting my CDL. Found a great company to work for. Been there ever since. I did the training side of things with the truck driving, and now I'm just trying to make money, team driving, flatbedding. Love flatbedding. Love being able to get out of the truck because I love working with my hands, so I'm not stuck behind a steering wheel all the time. And so that's just a little background on me. Let's do Danielle.
Okay. I didn't graduate high school.
Woohoo!
I do have my GED though. I'm originally from Wisconsin.
Oh yeah,
We live in Nevada.
forgot to tell him I'm from Nevada.
Yeah.
Originally from Montana though.
Yep.
Okay.
Wisconsinite, cheesehead, whatever you want to call me. What I did before, I it was between the medical field and like food service. Because of Brad being a truck driver in the trucking company, that's how I met him. If it wasn't for that, we wouldn't be here today. Because he lives in Nevada and I'm in Wisconsin. So, met him and he
By the way, I'm awesome. That's how she met me.
met him and he was pressuring me for months to go out on the road with him. And I gotta remember, never been out on my own before this. I always was with my family. And surprisingly, my family was trying to kick my ass out the door to go see the world. And I did. We ended up getting married, and then I moved to Nevada and he continued to stay out on the road and I got a job. And that was hard because you spend all that time together 24/7. Now all of a sudden he's gone for 3 to 6 weeks, sometimes even longer. And we talked about me becoming a truck driver as well. And at that time it would have cost about, what do you think?
Is for about anywhere from 4,000 to 7,000.
Yeah, and we did not have that. So it's like, okay, well, this ain't gonna work. We're just gonna have to continue to do what we're doing. Well, about a month later, the company that we work for, can't reveal its name, started this program. And I went through the program, and I will tell you, that was the hardest thing I think I've ever done in my whole life. I'll do that in another video because there's really a lot. It's not just going and you jump behind your truck and you drive it. There's a lot to it. But that's a different video. So, went through the program, got my CDL, and now we're a team.
Yep. And Danielle's got all her endorsements. So,
Yeah.
doubles, triples, tanker, hazmat. You know, she's
Twig.
you know, yeah, she's got a Twig card, you know, everything with trucking.
I think it
Might
also
want.
benefits that,
More for your resume. I mean,
well, not just that, is you are a trainer. So, you know, everyone thought that I was going to get, like, pitied on because we're married. That ain't the case. But it's nice to know that he has that.
knowledge.
Aside from the fact that you are my husband, you went through that training, you know, for women, you know. Because we do learn and function differently. I mean, you know that, but as a trainer, you knew how to just even something simple as talk, explain something to me.
Right.
Whereas, you know, like maybe
Well,
to a man,
men and women learn differently. Individuals learn differently. So I went through gender sensitivity training, basically so that I can train females. And bottom line is, Danielle does her share of the work. I do not treat her any differently than I would any other coworker. You know, she gets out there and does the nitty gritty dirty stuff, does just as much time behind the wheel. You know, there's no she's an equal. So and you know, in getting her endorsements, I couldn't have done that for her. She had to do it on her own. I pushed her and made her get them because, you know, it was good for her resume, and it also showed everyone that, you know, I'm not going to be catering to her gender. You know, she's being treated as an equal. So Danielle did it all on her own. She does, you know, just as much work as I do, same work as I do, and you know, we'll get into that later about, you know, couples team driving and how at least how we function. Everybody does things differently, but at least we can talk about how we are able to function. So so while that was cooking, I just figured we'd throw that in there because
and while you did that, it is now done.
So you want to tell us about this?
So
We call this the what are we calling it again? I forgot. Hammer down soup?
yep.
Hammer down soup. Well, it's more of a stew because we're putting it on a plate, but
Yeah.
I guess we'll still call it a soup for now.
Or stew.
Either way, it's gonna be going in our bellies, and oh, I got pepper in my nose. Hey, chewy! Thank you.
Honestly, I really suggest getting like plastic plates like this.
Yeah.
This is also from the Dollar Tree, because with paper, first of all, if you were to make something like that, it would probably
Soak
seep
through,
through.
yeah.
And then second of all, you go through so much, and like I said before, you have a limited amount of space.
We use baby wipes, non-scented, because we use them for cleaning and everything. We don't want, you know, that scent stuff in your food.
Yep.
So you know, we clean with them, and we got Dawn dish soap for heavy cleaning, but you know, obviously not everywhere you go you have access to water. But look at that. Look how much food is on this plate. That's a regular sized dinner plate, completely full, and look how much there is still. That only took like maybe what, a quarter of what was in that skillet, so another quarter for the second plate. There's still half left for tomorrow's lunch.
Yep.
And you know, so that's 2 meals knocked out right there for $5. I mean, you can't beat that. And
Can't even get it taste. I think that's the biggest thing with truck stop food is that, first of all, either it tastes super greasy or it's been sitting there since 7 o'clock that morning. It's disgusting.
Yep.
So.
Well, and it's not all bad, but
No,
you know,
okay,
it's
I'll take that back.
you
It's
know,
not all.
I gotta give it to, like, you know, the iron skillet's not always bad at the TA. Denny's are hit and miss, but you know, we're not here to bash everybody. We're just here to try to save you some money. And you know, it's nice to eat out every now and then. We do eat out. Just it's too expensive. We can't do it every day. So you know, we're trying to make money out here, not spend it as fast as we're making it. So
Well, like you said, we eat out sometimes if we have a little bit of downtime, or there's been quite a few times where we've ran literally East Coast, West Coast, back and forth. You just do not have the time or the energy to make a good meal. So that's where a nice restaurant comes in handy. But other than that, I will take this over truck stop
yeah, look
food.
at that. That looks good. And we'll give our own personal reviews on it after we devour it. And got any final words for the camera before I close this out? You know, I mean, here, every little inch being used. Still got, you know, everything that's flat gets used. Not a lot of room here. It's just a pull-out table. You know, probably just a writing table is what that was designed for. But, you know, we cook on it. I mean, we make do with what we got, and we do pretty good out here. You know, I don't know. I mean, it's not too hard for even, you know, the single individual out there on the road to do on their own. If you were a solo driver, this would be like, man, that's 4 meals right there. Unless you're a heavy eater, but either way, that's big savings. And you know, I've been on the road. There's downtime, so downtime is money saving time. You know, and it gives you something to do rather than, you know, watch TV and, you know, basically not anything productive. So this is a very good way to save money.
Well, it makes me feel good because making a healthy meal for us, because not bashing any truckers, but you see them at the truck stop and all over. You know, they let the truck stop food take over their body. So,
and you know, I'm not saying we're the skinniest people,
no.
but we've lost a lot of weight not eating out every day, and you know, that's important because you really want to work half your lifespan and then die. I mean, I'd like to at least try to retire, so you know, this is a good way to do it, or at least try. So alright, wave goodbye, thumbs up on that, and then hey, subscribe and give us a thumbs up, and hopefully you'll keep on watching because we got a lot of meals. Man, chicken and rice, you can do so much with that. Oh, she makes good chicken and rice. And chicken, you know, we'll show you how to, like, after we go grocery shopping, we space save. We don't, you know, put stuff just with the package in there. We space save, so and divide it up so that we can make, you know, portions for other meals, and it's easy stuff. So easy stuff, save money. There's my plate. Oh, so alrighty.